What's up, Dime? Hey. Yeah, I know I ended up doing a whole bunch of other stuff. Sorry. I ended up doing a whole bunch of other stuff, man, before I got on here. Next thing I know, I'm like, oh shit. I'm past my time. But thank you for coming. So we'll be getting started in a few minutes. My husband is gonna be the moderator, so he'll have a title in the he'll have a title pinned below. But we're talking about pride before destruction. I'm pretty much picking up from where he left off, talking about it. And man, I just really feel like we got to get this out there. So, as you know, if you come in this live stream and you talking about anything else other than the topic, you will be removed from this live, just to let you know. So y'all give me about 2 minutes. Give me about 2 minutes and then we'll be getting started. All right. All right. Had to make sure I pulled up those videos. What's up, y'all? What's up, Sleepy? Dime? What's up? Yeah, I don't know who you other people are, but if you're new to the channel, please stay on topic because we're talking about the topic. So we're gonna talk about sudden destruction. But pride comes before destruction, guys. I don't know if you know that, but you're gonna find out today. So please, whatever you do, oh yeah, make sure y'all get the likes up. And please, whatever you do, stay engaged on the topic. Um, so we're gonna talk a lot about pride before destruction. It seems like ever since this government shutdown, people have literally showed how they don't mind being prideful. They don't mind being who they are. They're comfortable there. You cannot stop them. You cannot stop them. You can't tell them what to do because people feel like when you're giving them advice, you're telling them what to do. Even though you ain't telling them what to do, you just giving them a little bit of advice. That's all. You're just trying to talk to them. You're just trying to help them to acknowledge where they went wrong. But you can't tell them nothing. You can't. The thing is, it's only so much you can do. Let a person be as prideful as they want. They'll find out, like a lot of these, you know, MAGA supporters, Trump supporters. Um, Unfortunately, they are the new word. What is it? FAFO. Fuck around and finding out. Um, and see, me personally, I don't like to see bad things happen to people. I don't. Even when you do me wrong, I still don't like to see bad things happen to people. I don't want people to suffer. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that are extremely prideful, they go through stuff like that. They do FAFO. But living in a being that you live in the times that we are in, are you willing to sit back and watch a person FAFO in front of your face because you're too prideful? See, a lot of these people feel like, and you know what? I'm going to speak on that short that I uploaded that was a highlight from my live stream. Seems like a lot of people feel like that lady, that MAGA Trump supporter, that is actually FAFOing, you know what I'm saying, right now because she found out that her food stamps is not coming on. It seemed like a lot of people are excited that that's happening to her. She has a 6-month-old baby and another child. And apparently she asked her parents and her husband's parents for money, and they told her no because you voted for Trump. And everybody is giving their take on it, and they feel like that's what she gets. She shouldn't have voted for Trump in the first place. If you had never voted for Trump, this wouldn't even be happening to you. People would be more giving. But I'm here to tell you right now that I didn't vote for Trump and people still ain't giving. I didn't vote for Trump and people still can't, you know, put their pride away and help somebody. I ain't vote for Trump. People still don't have compassion in their hearts. But this woman voted for Trump, and y'all are trying to use the excuse that y'all don't want to help her because she voted for Trump. But let's be 100. It seemed like the majority of the world has pride. And the people that feel like that's what she get, they're actually the ones that really have the pride. You are too prideful if you can't help somebody and you would rather watch them suffer. I get it. She got pride, you know what I'm saying? She's a Trump supporter and stuff like that. But if you claim to be a good person, a good-hearted person, you would not watch somebody suffer. You wouldn't. Hold on, y'all. Sleepy says, my bad, I had to run early yesterday. My daughter got into a situation in LA. I thought I was going to have to fly away. Oh, snap. It's cool. You said you can just show them a different perspective and they get mad. Exactly. Exactly. We living in the times where you can't tell nobody nothing. You can't do nothing positive around them either, because they're gonna hate you regardless. Um, said the reason is diabolical. I'll see if she stole. Like, come on, man, voted for Trump. Ain't harm a motherfucker or nothing. Just voted. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just simply voted. And people are offended at the fact that she voted for Trump. You know, a lot of people get offended because of my take on certain things. So do you think they'll help me in times of need? I don't know. I don't think so. See, a lot of people are so prideful nowadays. They'll be damned if they help you, especially if they just look at you and they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So stop using the fact that this woman has voted for Trump to not help her. Because let's be 100, we living in times where your own family got so much pride, they would rather watch you suffer. Ain't that crazy? Stop trying to make it seem like y'all are very helpful people out here, because a lot of y'all will watch our own family suffer. Especially when you got those people that is put in a position to be able to help, and they don't help. And it's a lot of people out here like that. And you're gonna FAFO today. You're gonna FAFO today. Pride before destruction. Because see, the thing is, you can't do what somebody else is doing. Just because you see a person being prideful and you don't like the way that they operate, does not mean that you have to follow behind and do the same exact thing and say, you know what, she voted for Trump. Girl, I wish you would ask me for some help. I ain't finna help you. You don't even see that you're prideful. You don't see that, but you claim that you help people. Why would you want to watch a woman with her 6-month-old baby suffer? Why would you? Is the baby 3 months or 6 months? One of them. Why would you want to watch? Oh, you see what I'm saying? And let me give y'all a prime example. I'm gonna keep saying this example because it's just diabolical. My neighbor passed away in front of my home months back. Do you think anybody came out there to help this man? No, they sat there and watched him die. Meanwhile, me and my husband is the only ones over there trying to pump his chest and make sure he's good. Whole time, he checked out on us. People are standing around watching, filming with their phones. Pride before destruction. You got people that have the ability to be able to put someone in a position to where they can work, but they don't want to because they don't like you. Pride before destruction. You got people that work in an agency that will keep your children away from you just because they don't like you. Pride before destruction. And a lot of y'all gonna FAFO. Not just this Trump supporter, not just this woman who voted for Trump, simply voted for Trump, mind you. She just voted for Trump. So how would you feel if somebody said, oh no, I ain't about to provide nothing for you. You voted for Kamala. You voted for Joe Biden. You voted for George W. Bush. What, huh? You voted for Obama? Oh, you definitely ain't getting nothing. How would you feel if someone judged you based off of who you voted for, to say that they are not gonna help you in these times of what we live in? You know, it is a such thing as people do make mistakes, right? It is a such thing as people are prideful and they do FAFO, like I said, in certain situations. So you're not going to allow her the opportunity to try to put her pride away once you help her? All that's going to change once you help her. You can also school her at the same time, trying to help her. Hey, look, he doing this to everybody. See, you know what I'm saying? But don't judge. You feel me? So y'all gonna watch this woman, you know what? This goes out to her family. Y'all gonna watch your relative suffer with her infant child and her child because she voted for Trump. I can't believe how many people really, really, really swear up and down they got compassion in their hearts in these end times. And come to find out, all it take is for something to go viral, and for a person that you thought was initially a good person, they're gonna put that in the comment section on how they really and truly feel, and you gonna see what type of person you really dealing with. Imagine all of the family members that you thought were good people, but they actually enjoyed Charlie Kirk's death on camera. They feel like that's what he gets. But you believe that auntie good peoples. You believe that, granny good peoples. You believe that your mom and your dad and stuff is good peoples. You know what I'm saying? But they love to see someone die. That's what they get. They should die. People are so prideful, it don't make no sense. All them people in your family that you might think is good people, but if you bring a scenario up to them, just like what I told you, the Trump supporter needing help, watch how many people try to say, oh, she shouldn't have voted for him, that's what she gets. I'm telling you, bro, it's so many different situations that is exposing people right before y'all very eyes. People was really showing in 2025 how they really feel. They really showing it. You said people be holding grudges stronger than they faith in God. Let's talk. Going to church with a body full of hate. You feel me? Man, and then you know what? Hate is just so normalized. It's so normalized. It's so normalized. It's to the point where people can't even identify hate. They think that hate is love, just like they think that AI is good for us, but it's not. And people are deceived by AI. If they can be deceived by AI, then they damn sure can be deceived by hate. Yeah. You said people do it all the time based on race a lot of the time. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, she's black. She's not going to get anything. Pride before destruction. How can you go on in life really thinking that you mean well and you don't? How? Please explain that to me. Anyway, we're going to get started on this video. My bad, y'all. I'm getting a little, because do you not know how many people there is out here? They got so much pride. I mean, it can be the smallest thing. You don't even realize it. You don't even really, you're not going to realize till you sit back and think to yourself like, dang, that person really is prideful. I'm telling you, pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. Pride is so, pride, pride is just one of those traits that you do not want to have, especially if you call yourself a good person. You don't want to be prideful. Do you not know what that can get you? A path full of destruction for you. Okay, so B Miles 84 Conscious Channel 2. We reacted to a few of his videos yesterday. He is really a man of truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like his content. Shout out to you. And the name of this topic is Leave the World Behind. It's about shifting your frequency. Unlearn everything you were taught. You hear that? Unlearn everything that you were taught. Okay? It's a shame, man. We are really, really, really in the very end of the days. I'm telling you. You can just feel it. Yes, pride is a badass jealousy. And jealousy is a very bad trait to have. Real talk. Very bad. But if you ask me, pride is jealousy. Pride is jealousy. Real talk. Like for instance, my husband was at the store earlier, right? And he told me that it was this homeless lady out in front of the store begging for, some change or whatever, needing help. So he told her, he said, I think I heard him say, you know what? I got you. If I come out with some change, I got you. So he came out with some change and gave her some change. This lady said, I just don't know why everybody keeps looking at me up and down. And so my husband told her, you got to understand, ma'am, we living in a times of intense spiritual warfare. And you know what's sad? This black sister sitting out in front of the store asking for change, and every black person doing what? Turning their nose up at her. They ain't giving her nothing. Ain't nobody trying to offer her any type of help. Not even just money, but any type of help, you know? Somebody could at least, you know what? I'll be back, ma'am. I got some clothes. What size you wear? But you got all these rich folks, rich, wealthy black people in this neighborhood that walk past this woman, but they call themselves good people though. They call it, they say that they help people though, but they don't. They will literally watch their own people suffer. Pride before destruction. Y'all are gonna find out today that you should just go ahead and put that pride away. You got all these people walking past this woman. Ain't not one person in these end times that we living in asked this woman, how can I help you? Look, I ain't got no money for you, but I can get you a meal or something. Look, I ain't got no money for you, but I got some clothes that I can give you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money for you, but I can go inside this store. Cause I know a lot of y'all selfish with y'all money. A lot of y'all selfish with money. So I'm gonna just leave the money part out. Cause you got a lot of people that'll say, you damn right I ain't gonna give her no money. All right. So let's make it a little easier for you. Why nobody could really help this woman with some clothes, some shoes, a meal? It's so many different things. Why do people always have to assume that you need help with just money? Nobody could get her a hot meal. The damn grocery store serve hot food. Man, I'm telling you, we living in a times where people will literally step over you and record you with their phones while you're dying. While you're dying. Do you not know how many people have recorded horrific, tragedy or tragic accidents for likes, for clicks, for views, to be noticed? They will literally put their phone on you while you are dying. Blood squirting out everywhere. They still recording you because they need that what 3D say, instant gratification from someone to make it seem like they're heroes, but really they're not. They don't give a damn. They just need to get some, some clout. People are sick, and we live in some sick times. And you can't tell me that we don't, because I witness this on the daily. I see it every time. And they out here all bad, y'all. People just too far gone. They are lost. They're lost. But I hope this live stream today can help you. You know, people won't even give a hug, not even give a hug. They don't, you know what? I knew was that we were living in some very evil times when me and my husband would try to tell our story to people in their faces, and they don't even want to hear it. They in a rush, they in a hurry, they got somewhere to go. They got somewhere to be. Hurry, let me tell y'all true story. 1 week ago, and I'm sorry, we gonna get to the video. 1 week ago, we go to the store. Now we know this young lady. We always see her. We always talk to her. She know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So she said, I ain't seen y'all in months, man. Where y'all been? So we just get to trying to break it down to it, explain to it. This lady said, huh? I can't hear you. She was talking to me. And I was trying to explain to her what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Why we ain't seen her in so long. She said, I can't hear you. Speak up. So when I spoke up for her, she was like, could you hurry up? Just please hurry up. Hurry up. I gotta hurry up, and I gotta fix this store up. Could you? How the hell can I hurry up and tell you my story though? This is my journey. I thought we was cool. How do I? You see what's happening to people? You see what's happening to people? They don't even want to hear you talk no more. That's how crazy this is getting. Let's be 100. People already been chaotic in the minds. They already stop trying to blame Trump. Stop trying to blame stuff going up, stop trying to blame that shit at this point, because people have already been chaotic in the minds. And the destruction is happening from within. And that destruction was already brewing up. It was already brewing up. Trump and the tariffs and the government shutdown just put the icing on the cake for him. Pretty much. That's all it is. People been messed up in the head. It's just that this stuff that's happening, that's going on right now, it's helping them to shift. They're shifting. Ain't that what they said, hubby? They're shifting. What the fuck is wrong with people? They're shifting. So you're not here? You want a whole nother dimension? What do you mean? You're shifting. I don't get it. I don't understand. What's going on? You're not here? Huh? What's wrong with people? What's wrong with people is the destruction is happening, and it's happening up here. And they don't know what to do. They don't even know what to say. They just be saying anything. When you talk to them, they be talking about anything. And then when you need a response from them, when you tell them your story, they say stuff like, oh, man, that's crazy. So what you gonna do about that? Just never mind. Never mind that I even told you anything. Yeah. You said pride be having a motherfucker think they a whole nother person whole time you still a clown. Exactly. You said knowing whole time you just a hateful person. It ain't no Republican or whatever. Y'all just evil, plain and simple, mixed with a horrible side of pride. Talking about shifting like this motherfucker. I'm just saying. They have already been messed up in the minds, okay? It just took cause come on, think about it. Think about it. Let's go back to when Joe Biden was a president. People were complaining. Before Biden was the president, people was complaining. Before that was the president, people was complaining. People been complaining. They been complaining. They complain to their family. They be living in fear every day of their lives. You know what I'm saying? They complain about their local politicians. They complain about their own damn kids. They always be talking about how their kids driving them crazy. No, you're driving you crazy. It's just that, the fact that you have no self-discipline, you can't control yourself when it comes down to your kids, because see, a lot of things inside of you, like inside of you up here especially, is brewing up. And all it take is for somebody like Zaddy government to tell you no, that you ain't getting your benefits, that you ain't about to get no check, that you about to get laid off. Man, girl, boy, you gonna go cray. Can't please nobody ever. Nothing. No one. So anyway, let me go ahead and play this. I talk too much. Leave the World Behind is about shifting your frequency. Unlearn everything you were taught by Brother B Bounce.
Again, with another video from the B Mouse 84 Conscious channel. I actually want to come to y'all with another video, man, talking about leaving this world behind. It all starts mentally. And I'm going to say, when you leaving this world behind, pretty much, man, you got to unplug from this whole entire matrix. You feel me? And now I'm going to say unplugging from the matrix is not going to happen all at one night. Especially when you're going through the awakening. See, I want people to understand this though, right? When you're going through this awakening right about now, you feel me? Everything is not all going to come at one time. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a lot of things that you're going to be learning, a lot of things you're going to be witnessing and seeing. And so as you leave the world behind and as you go through the awakening, I will take your time going through the process, because, giving up, pretty much, man, giving up this world, I'm going to say right about now, I'm going to say, like, if you were really ready to get ready to, like, get rid of this world. I'm gonna say like take the steps every day to like unplug from it, unplug from watching
Yep.
the
Yep.
Tell Lies Vision, unplug from watching a lot of things on so matter of fact, unplug from social media.
Yep.
You feel me? I'm gonna say unplug from toxic friends, unplug from toxic family, unplug from these um
Ain't that crazy? Mr. Kane, when you was live earlier, didn't I say that I am like literally to a point in my life where I am totally ready to unplug from the matrix? Literally. Everything that we do and everything that we touch pretty much is a part of the damn matrix. Because America is a business and it's ran on straight business, and everything inside of your home that is tangible right now is a part of America's business. It's a part of the matrix. The matrix. Real talk. So now it's about using this stuff as a tool. This we have to look, don't fall in love with this stuff. It's tangible. When something is tangible, it's temporary. Even your own flesh. Because when you're dead and gone, it's just gonna be your flesh. Your flesh is temporary. And I'm just being 100. Real talk. So yeah, it's like man, don't fall in love with none of this stuff that's here. Because once you fall in love with it, then you're idolizing it at that point.
jobs that is overworking you. You know what I'm saying? Unplug from paying taxes. You know what I'm saying? Unplug your whole entire
Yes.
mental. You feel me? When
Another thing that's crazy, I was about to say earlier that I don't even want to deal with the IRS, bro. Like I don't even care about them damn taxes. I don't even care.
it's set up in the scripture, come out of her, my people, be ye not partakers for a sense, for they reach under heaven, which means you got to come up out of the belly of the beast. But first, you got to get rid of the mindset of the beast. You
Mhm.
got to stop thinking like the damn beast. You
Yep.
got to
Come
stop
on, man.
hanging around the beast.
Yep.
You can't be around demonic energy, which means you got to raise up your frequency. And also, when leaving the world behind, it's going to require you to get some isolation. Why?
Yes,
Because if
yes.
you're going to be around people that's going to be stuck on 3D, you're not going to ascend to the 5D.
Mhm.
Because the 3D world is the illusion. You feel me? The 5D world is the real. And see, what is really going on right about now, it is a separation happening right about
Uh-huh.
now. And see, you really got to choose your side. Are you going
Yeah.
to be stuck in the old world, or are you really going to send and go into the new world? Because I'm going to tell you this. The movie
Uh-huh.
Higher Learning by John Singleton, may he rest in peace, makes a lot of sense. Because we got to unlearn everything about this world.
Yes.
Anything and everything that you were taught
Yes.
about this world, taught in this world, everything of what you was once taught, you got to let it go.
Come on,
Because the
man.
only thing that you're gonna, the only way you're gonna sin, we gotta let everything go of it, which means we gotta let go of the food, let go of the
Yep.
education, let
Yes.
go of the religion.
This is crazy how he's saying this, and I'm telling you, man, God has been keeping me and my husband in preparation since oh my God, the beginning of this year. Honestly, the beginning of this year, it was things that was happening that was out of our control. And even when we tried to fix it, it was broken again. So we had no control over that. And I'm talking family relationships, bonds and stuff breaking into pieces, crumbling to the point where you literally have to completely cut people off. I'm talking about stuff that is tangible. You know what I'm saying? That is that costs that's worth a lot of doggone money. You know what I'm saying? You get that fixed up and stuff like that, and it break down again. All type of stuff was happening. Month after month, man, month after month. But we were still keeping a smile on our face, and we were still walking through the fire at the same time. Anybody else? I'm not gonna say everybody, but there is some people out here that can never walk a mile in your shoes because the minute they put their feet in your shoes, they will fold. They cannot go through the things that you go through because they ain't gonna be able to handle it. They ain't even gonna be able to handle themselves. And this is exactly why we got a lot of people out here that's chaotic in the minds and that's extremely prideful and they refuse to let go and let God. Real talk. But man, I'm telling you, it was stuff happening back to back. to us, since the beginning of this year. And we still been getting through it still. But it's like we don't care about those things. Now when we set when those situations was happening to us, it gave us time to think. See, what we do is we take our situations and we pull the good out of it. And we say, man, this is probably why this happened for this reason. This is exactly why this probably happened. And then we just forget about the negative part, because it ain't nothing you can do about it. What you gonna do? Crash out? You know what I'm saying? This is two places you can go when you crash out: to jail or underneath your own feet, underneath someone else's feet, actually. But yeah, um, so yeah, it's like we stopped caring about that stuff. You know, we stopped caring. That's the whole thing, y'all, because it showed us that when you care too much, you start to love it. And then when you start to love it, you start to idolize it. You know? Jail or hell. Hell, you dang, look, I ain't say that, but yeah, that's exactly what I meant, Deme. Um, it look, when you fall in love with items and stuff like that, things that is not of value, things that is not of value, because the only thing that is of value is your life. That's the only thing that matters. It's your life. And it's about, are you going to go the wrong way or the right way? A lot of people would prefer the wrong way, because the right way is too boring. It's too peaceful. The right way, it's not about shit. You know, they ain't missing out on nothing when they go the right way. They'll be back. They just got to do something wrong real quick. Some things that they already know that they ain't even supposed to do. You said feel good. Y'all try it out. It's very peaceful on this side. We will never enter the matrix again. Seriously though. Seriously.
We got to let go of these corporations, let go of the government. We
For
got to let go
real.
of everything. Let go of this illusion. Come out of it. Let go of the mindset. Let go of everything. Unplug from it.
And then once you do that, guess what? You're going to start to realize that it's about living at this point. It's about living. It ain't about none of that, bruh. It ain't about none of that. It's about living. Live your life and live it as right. Live it right.
Pretty much, man, like you are the plug and they are the socket. So you got to unplug your core from that
Right.
socket. And you
Right.
pretty much got to, you know what I mean, just stay unplugged from this whole entire
Detach.
system, because for number one, it's already going down as it is. None of this stuff is going to be the same as we go into 2026. This
It's
stuff
not.
right here is at an end.
Yep.
We are already watching the fall of the civilization. And guess what? If you were still plugged up to the matrix of this civilization, you were going to fall right along with it. Why? Because you were too stuck up in it and not trying to elevate. So when I'm saying leaving the world behind, you got to unplug yourself mentally first, and then unplug yourself physically, and unplug yourself spiritually. You feel me? Even financially, because the money is not long. Is the money is no longer going to be around. The money system crashing. So we're going to have to let that go. We got to let
Mm-hmm.
go of the material, let go all of this fake, fraudulent, false stuff of an illusion
Real
that we've
talk.
been fed all of our lives. Because everything we've been taught is a lie. So you must leave the world behind, and you got to do that by changing and raising up your frequency first. You feel me? But I had to come to y'all with this video, man. Spread thoughts up on this shit, light up on the situation. Felt the need that y'all had to hear this subject. Keep on liking
Telling
and
you,
subscribing
man.
to my channel. Always appreciate the love.
And
Don't
don't
forget to hit the bell
and
to get
look.
all the
And look, if you can't leave the world behind because you feel like, nah, we are living our lives. We gotta live our lives while this stuff is here. Let's be 100. You really are just in love with what's here. You're in love with it. You really are one of the ones that idolize it. And the fact that you can't leave the world behind, lets me know that you have one of the 7 deadly sins, which is pride. I'm telling you, pride. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me a second, dog. Okay, y'all, I'm back. My bad. I had to step away for a second. I ain't know it was gonna take that long. Sorry, y'all. Hopefully everybody's still here. Um, all right, so we're gonna go to the next video. Let me see how I can turn this camera. Yeah, we're gonna go.
All who are.
My bad, y'all. I had to get me something to drink.
I got a question for you. For the folks at home.
But we're gonna keep going. Ain't nothing gonna stop this. We got another video that is by Grace for Purpose, and the name of this video is Daniel warned us, stay home if you ever see this prophecy happening. Please let me know if you're ready. Matter of fact, you know what? We're gonna use that one last. I'm sorry. Let me go to this. Now I found the video that I was gonna react to. So he talking about she gave okay. So this is by Twins Hangout Kenya. Two African sisters. And the name of this video is Grocery Stores Warned by Trump Administration Not to Help SNAP Recipients or They Will Face Consequences. And I have been hearing about that. That's crazy as hell, but yeah, here we go.
Trump administration is now emailing grocery stores telling them they can't offer discounts to SNAP-eligible Americans that can't afford food right now since Donald Trump is refusing to fund SNAP benefits. So over 30 days ago, the government shut down. And because of that, on November 1st, the Department of Agriculture ran out of money to keep food stamps going. And 41 million Americans lost their SNAP benefits, including 13 million children. Now, in response to this, the Trump administration could have taken emergency funding from Congress to keep these SNAP benefits running, to stop 41 million Americans from starving. Did they? Absolutely not. And because of that, groceries have started to offer discounts to those SNAP-eligible Americans that are no longer receiving benefits to help them during this hard time. The Trump administration saw grocery stores doing this and said, hell no, they're not allowed to eat, and told the grocery stores to stop. Now, if you're wondering why the Trump administration has the authority to tell these grocery stores to stop, it's because SNAP-eligible grocery stores have to comply with the equal treatment rule, which means they can't sell their products at a discounted rate to SNAP-eligible Americans. Now, the point of this rule is to prevent SNAP-eligible Americans from using their SNAP benefits to buy goods that are already at a discounted rate, not to prevent grocery stores from giving them a helping hand in a time where the federal government is failing to fund their SNAP benefits because it's shut down.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel.
Hey girls.
My name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right.
All right,
so
now.
today's episode, we're going to be reacting to videos of Americans who right now are really not happy with their government.
Okay.
Right. And this is because the government has strictly warned stores from giving discounts to people who benefit from SNAP benefits, but are now being affected by it being cut back. Right. And you know, guys, I'm just thinking how diabolical it has to be, because at least somebody has come forward.
America basically threatened stark war back. So the Trump administration has just sent out a very, very stark warning to all of the grocery stores in America, basically threatening them and threatening any organization that tries to offer help to food stamp recipients that may be going hungry right now. There was a document sent out this morning because apparently they're more concerned about big box grocery stores and local pantries giving things and allowing discounts for people who may otherwise not have the money, that they sent out this document stating that they could face federal repercussions and regulations if they give discounts to food stamp recipients or people who otherwise might not be able to get food. They sent out what they called a retailer's notice, saying that authorized retailers must comply with the SNAP equal treatment rule. Mind you, they're not receiving SNAP right now, so they're picking and choosing what parts of SNAP to use. We're not going to use the SNAP contingency fund for these people, but you do, as a retailer, have to still follow the guidelines, even though those SNAP benefits are not being used to put any guidelines in. It says you must offer eligible food at the same prices and on the same terms and conditions to SNAP EBT customers as other customers, except the sales tax cannot be changed on SNAP's purchases. You cannot treat SNAP EBT customers differently than any other customer. Offering discounts on services, it could be a violation to SNAP equal treatment waiver. Besides the fact that private companies can do whatever the fuck they want, I will remind you, if they're not receiving SNAP benefits, they are not beholden to your SNAP equal rights. And they really think Fox News and like all these news stations are like trying to make.
Pause. No one really has rights when it comes to the United States of America, even though they tell you that you have rights. Yep.
Black people the face of this, and it's not black people. So y'all do with the information as you want, but this administration is more concerned about proving a point and keeping people hungry to the point where they're telling people do not allow certain individuals to get discounted food or donate to food pantries. It's crazy.
I will agree that there are too many American people that are on SNAP benefits. But that means that you got to not look necessarily at SNAP. You got to look at the reasons that they're on SNAP. We know that over 1/4 of these people that are in receipt of SNAP benefits are actually the working poor in this country.
I'm sorry. I think I heard of this woman before. I think her name is, I don't know. But anyway, ma'am. The lashes, ma'am. Man. 1 second, guys. Yeah, the lashes, ma'am. I can't even see your eyes. All I see is lashes. And in a tiny little piece of the eye. Man.
Right? We have not increased the minimum wage, and I don't know when, and the minimum wage still sits at $7 while everything else is going up, whether we're talking about the cost of food or whether we're talking about the cost of rent or whether we're talking about the cost of actually try.
Man. I mean, she blinking like a man. Cause you know them lashes is in your way. Let's be 100. Now I done wore some lashes before a long time ago. And I didn't put them things back on after that. That was one time and it was never again. Cause those things, they itch. They itch and they're irritating. Because they're sitting on your eyelids. I just don't see how females, I'm sorry, I don't see how y'all can do it.
To engage in home ownership if we're talking about the interest rates. And we know that under the failed leadership of this administration, this country has seen a loss of 1 million jobs. And that's just in the first few months. He's not even had a full year. So no, we need to work on economic policies that will put people into a position in which they are not the working poor, where they are still needing the $6 a day to eat. So yes, we need to talk about it, but I don't think that SNAP is the problem. I think that that is the resolution, or at least that is a symptom of the problem. We have a bigger problem in which we have billionaires that are continuing to rise up every single day and are getting richer and richer, to the extent that there was talk about Elon becoming a trillionaire, the first one in this country or in the world, yet we still have people that have to go to the food bank and go to work.
Has anyone ever thought that the reason groceries are so freaking expensive is because 42 million people get them for free?
So many stars are in the making at SCAD. Students like you finding.
No, I never thought that. On the other hand, I don't try to figure out ways to blame poor people for my problems. I would ask you, though, if 42 million people being on SNAP is the reason food prices are high, then why weren't they high when 47 million people was on SNAP? Yeah, see this? There was 47, 46, 45. Yeah, and look where food inflation was back then. Wow. In addition, they've done studies on this. And a 2018 study done by the American Journal of Agricultural Economics showed that a 10% increase in SNAP benefits resulted in a 0.12
Sorry.
2% increase, or 0.1%.
And see, y'all, that's not my camera shaking. That's him.
Prices. I'm going to assume you're not great at math, so if food prices increased by 10%, the part of that would be attributable
that's his
to SNAP
camera. He
would
can't
be
keep steady. That's not me.
1/100th. I mean, you could easily look all this up for yourself, but why would you when it's so easy to blame poor people for your problems?
Bro, the fact that your camera keeps shaking is making me
back
feel
at
like
Costco, but not for one of my normal trips.
Hold on.
As many of you know, on Saturday, November 1st,
you got on
over
lip
40
gloss.
million
No,
Americans lost
I
access to their
can't.
SNAP benefits. Our veterans, people with disabilities, children.
I can't. Sorry. I'm not sorry.
Do a little bit of your Let's do some light.
A man with lip gloss on is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Appetizers. Do some pasta, 8 packets. Get some pasta sauce. Get some soup. Do some chicken broth. Canned tuna and water. Brown rice. Corn. Green beans. Black beans, we love this brand. Some pumpkin. Peanut butter creamy.
Damn, how much that's about to be?
Some cereal. Some Chex, 3 bags. Get some oatmeal. Baby formula. My kids used this when they were little. This worked great. Okay, I think we're almost done. Avocado oil spray. Get some canola oil too. Get them some hot chocolate. And for those that don't like fish, let's do some chicken. I think we are all set. Okay. All done at Costco. Now it's time to head down to the San Diego Food Bank in Miramar. They close in 45 minutes, so let's hurry.
I thought I went to the next person already.
Thank you guys so much.
It's worse than you think. Please don't panic. We are how we get each other through this. SNAP benefits as a program are designed to make sure that people who are food insecure are able to get access to food anyway. The majority of people on SNAP are working people who work full 9-to-5 jobs and still cannot afford food. SNAP helps them make those ends meet. But that's not all SNAP does. Because what SNAP benefits are, generally speaking, are food subsidies that the government pays. Because it isn't just people on food stamps who rely on SNAP. Something like 25 to 31% of Walmart's total annual revenue is subsidies from SNAP benefits. Grocery stores like Meijer and Kroger and Food Lion, they are all subsidized by SNAP benefits as well. And what that does is it keeps the cost of food at these subsidized grocery stores way lower than it would be without those subsidies. Can you guess what time of the year the largest percent of a grocery store's revenue comes from SNAP benefits? It's November to January, which means that right now, the time of the year that not just people, but grocery stores rely on SNAP benefits subsidies the most, they don't exist. This isn't just people getting kicked off of food stamps. This is the cost of groceries going up another 25 to 50% and staying there. This is grocery stores being forced to close down rural locations and leave those communities without access to food for miles. This is all the big name grocery stores firing somewhere upwards of 50% of their in-store workforce rather than take the hit to their profits. That's millions more people losing their jobs. These things, they end up in a death spiral because the more desperate people get, the less people are working, the higher the cost of groceries will go, especially now that there's no SNAP benefit subsidies to keep those costs down. SNAP benefits aren't paid for a month or longer, you're going to see the complete collapse of the consumer economy. Following that, very likely the collapse of the dollar bill itself. People look at SNAP benefits and think it's only food stamps, but it is literally a cornerstone of our functioning American economy. It is what keeps food accessibility in the United States afloat. You think it's not going to affect you because you're a big, strong, red-blooded American who works in a town 20 miles away from everything else? That's not going to help you when your local mom-and-pop grocery store is forced to close because they're no longer being subsidized by SNAP benefits, and the remaining grocery stores that are closest to you have their costs go up 25 to 50%. This is going to affect everyone. now is the time, no matter where your community is, to start building up a network that makes sure food gets distributed to the people who need it. Start talking with your local food pantries, with your local soup kitchens. Get involved with organizations who try to make sure that those at a financial disadvantage have access to food.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When people keep referring y'all to these food pantries, man, beware. I just want to let you know, beware. I'm not trying to stop y'all from going, but I do want to let y'all know from my experience working in a food pantry, they do give people old ass food and they know that they are. So they know that the food is bad, the food is old, and they give it away to people. Now, don't get me wrong, you may have some of those food pantries out there that is really good food pantries. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of them is a hit or miss as well. Just be careful and make sure you check the date on that food because it be spoiled and it be bad. I'm telling you. Now, I've went to many food pantries across the city of Chicago and they all do the same exact thing. I thought it was just one food pantry, but it's more food pantries than that do this. And I'm seeing videos of people experiencing the same things in their home state as well. So these food pantries, they be finessing y'all, man. Real talk. They try to make it seem like, oh yeah, we here. Look, let me tell you something. One thing that's bad about America is they give you fake help. America gives you fake help and temporary ass help. They would give you help so much to the point where they'll snatch it right from up underneath you as soon as you become comfortable enough with their help that they're constantly so-called giving you.
Or yeah, just ask around your neighborhood. Are you okay? Do you have enough food?
Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, those food pantries is temporary help.
Okay, thank you. Or what do you need? It is quite literally how we get through this, and it is so easy to reach out to people. And easier still to build a network.
Hey, Alicia Little here, and I'm excited to announce that the 3rd annual AI and Marketing Summit is here.
So guys, welcome back. Let us know what you think about this video in the comment section, yeah? So right now, I want to believe that by now it's known that SNAP benefit was helping a lot of Americans, especially children who otherwise could face starvation, yeah? And this was really helping
I just wanted to react to those clips that they had up there. No disrespect to you young ladies. I do be listening to y'all take on certain things as well sometimes. So, now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and look at, let me choose one, because I got a few of them. Okay, this one is by the content creator named Rita Best. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Sorry America. Sorry, America. We were wrong. This one. Okay. Prinny Metz is a small content creator. Shout out to them. They have this. Give me 1 second. The name of this video is called, thank you, MAGA voters in deep regret as Trump neglects them entirely. So we're gonna turn this camera around. Because see, what we are watching is Pride Before Destruction. Pride Before Destruction, pretty much. Give me 1 second.
these MAGA voters look like now, that they're all over the place crying about regret.
The fact that they keep doing AI generated videos is sick. Why do y'all want it to be real so bad? I literally didn't even think to know that would be. See, this is why you already gotta have that in your mind already. That's a shame that when we watching videos, we gotta be careful because it can be AI generated. Like her, she could be an AI generated content creator. See, they're making it very difficult to be able to identify human through that. This is the dangerous part about AI, y'all, for real, because they use it to toggle with your mind.
Their votes. When I saw it, I just knew that I needed to show you guys because it was really funny. Anyways, let's watch some of these clips and we'll come back and talk some more.
Seeing people regret voting for Trump is so annoying to me. I thought it was going to be kind of satisfying because it's like, I told you so. We all told you. But it's infuriating because we did tell you. We've been telling you. You had him for 4 years. You didn't realize that it was probably not a good decision. He told you exactly what he was going to do. Professionals said, hey, this isn't going to be good.
Everybody just keep talking about this voting for Trump thing. Okay. What about voting for Joe Biden? What about voting for Kamala? What about voting for Obama? I'm sure a lot of black folks, a lot of us regret voting for Obama. But there was not this much hype, in a negative manner about Obama when he did what he did and got up out of office. There wasn't a lot of hooping and hollering about that. Wasn't a lot of hooping and hollering about Trump when he got elected the first time. Now it's just the fact that everybody is upset because Zaddy government is not providing them with what they thought they had access to for a lifetime. That's crazy. You got to understand that the system, all of this stuff is temporary. All of this help is temporary. Fake help, temporary help, evil help. Just saying. Exactly. Obama did do worse than Trump. Obama definitely did worse than Trump. He turned the whole world into the rainbow community, pretty much. And he gave all of those people rights.
This is going to negatively impact you. And y'all didn't listen. You still voted for him. We had so many celebrities, so many influencers out here saying, hey, vote for Trump, da-da-da-da. And now they're all backpedaling. And it's only because it's affecting you now? You didn't care that all these other minorities were being affected, but now that it's affecting you, now you care. Well, lucky for you, we're all just screwed now. So, it's great.
If you support ICE, Jesus thinks you're an asshole. If you support putting immigrants in concentration camps, God is not on your side.
First and foremost, what the hell? I'm finna fast forward because we're not gonna do that. And see, that's another thing too, y'all.
This is the latest 10th generation.
That's another thing too, y'all. It's a lot of this going on. A lot of people are blatantly denying God. A lot of people are starting to really do that online because they're just showing their hatred for God. And honestly, if you ask me, it's a lot of these people in the rainbow community that's starting to do this.
So you guys are finally waking up, huh? You know you skipped all the fucking cutscenes that would have told you that maybe Trump's not a good guy. Really? Trump's a bad guy? He was best friends with Epstein and he also said this?
What you could also say as the owner of the pageant, it's your obligation to do them.
So you have done that. Now,
I'll tell you the funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure.
Of course, a lot of those politicians are sick, creepy pedos. We already know that. Joe Biden was like that the whole entire time he was in office, and everybody was ignoring what he was doing to the little girls. He was filling them up, okay? Touching all over them, sniffing their hair and rubbing the back of their necks, and just weird, okay? A lot of these politicians is weird. Look at Barack, just weird, bro. You ain't even with a woman, you're with a man. And they ain't really putting that out there like that. But people just steady keep talking about what Trump is doing. How do y'all not see this coming, bro? How? Nothing is going to be the same when the beast system is coming into play. All right? Nothing is going to be the same when the beast system is brewing up. Like people really thought that this system, aka the Matrix, was all for them. They really did.
Everything's good. You're there. Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible looking women. And so I sort of get away with things like that.
Of course.
Wow! There's no... I didn't know. I did not know that he was a weird bad guy.
Watch this huge MAGA fan realize over time that Donald Trump's big ugly bill actually hurts him and his family. This was him before the bill got signed into law.
I bet y'all don't think Donald Trump's a liar now. No taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security passed the House today with flying colors in effect after December 31st, 2025. And y'all said he wouldn't do it, but he did the shit in 5 months.
But after he actually read the bill and realized that Donald Trump is not only breaking a bunch of his promises, but hurting the American people as well, his tune changed a little bit. Take a look at him now.
You know why we voted for Donald Trump? Because the middle class man finally thought he was going to get ahead in life. You said no taxes on overtime. Big, bold, beautiful letters. We thought, hell yeah, why would we not vote for that? Then you turn around and pass the bill and it's a crock of shit. It's a tax credit for the people that make a certain amount of money. Of course, when you put it in big, bold, beautiful letters, it looks great. We're going to vote for you. And you knew what you were doing. You were baiting people in, saying no taxes on overtime. You didn't give no fucking details. Your details that we read ain't worth a flying fuck.
Yeah, once again, another Trump supporter in the finding out phase of their support for Donald Trump. They thought he was going to make the country better, for some reason supported him, and now they're realizing that, wow, Donald Trump doesn't actually care about any hardworking person out there. He cares about himself.
But see, let me tell y'all something that I really dislike about society, bro. Let me tell y'all what I really dislike about society. It is when society is not accepting of a person that has came to their wrongs, that wants to acknowledge that, hey, yeah, yep, I fucked up. Yep, really big. I did. I messed up. Some people is just so prideful they can't come out of that. And they just keep bringing up the fact that, well, yeah, fucking dipshit voted for Donald Trump. So, I mean, as you think, yeah. How would y'all feel if somebody shamed y'all for something that you voted for? And I mean, the whole world came down on you. Like, I get it. These people, pride before destruction, unfortunately. I get it, But why do people they don't even say stuff like, you know what, at least when they did FAFO, at least they are coming to their wrongs. They're coming to the realization that, hey, I voted for Donald Trump. They're actually brave people to really push it out there to the world to say that they are Trump. They were, ex-Trump supporters. It's things that will happen in your life in order for you to wake completely up. Yes, unfortunately, these people are waking up, and they're also FAFO and when it comes to the world, because now they're able to see that the whole time that they was blinded, people don't like you. People won't support you. People won't help you. People will watch you die just because of who you support, who you are in support of. Just because you voted for Trump. People will, now y'all MAGA supporters are seeing what society has really came to. You're seeing that the things that you was blind about the whole time, because of course you guys had a lot of pride, you know. But now you able to see that, okay, now what the hell? I supported the wrong person. And then also, most importantly, nobody wants to help me. Everybody hates me. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah. So let me finish.
Elf and his billionaire buddies. But once again, MAGA, you got played, just like that guy.
So people are realizing that the promises that they voted for, like cheaper gas, better jobs, lower taxes, and transparency,
I'm gonna go to the next one,
were just empty words. And now, with groceries going up, farm workers gone, and businesses closing, even the loyal ones are still.
Don't buy that camera that's going viral to keep burglars away. Do this instead. For only $22 a month, I got a premium home.
Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once and I'm only going to say it one time. To the people who didn't vote for this shit, thank you. Thank you for having a competent brain. Thank you for having some sense.
Man, y'all, all y'all sound alike. I'm not gonna lie to you. All y'all do is think about politics. Politics is, y'all don't even see how much politics can divide the people. This is what it does. It makes people feel more superior than you because they voted for Kamala as if she was any better, and you voted for Trump. So if Kamala was to get selected, I wonder what people's reactions would be then. If everything came all crashing down, because she also decided to sign the big, beautiful bill, if she was to get in office, I wonder, once everything started coming into effect, I wonder how people will feel about that. How they would have felt about that. Oh, well, that's what you get. Should never voted for Kamala. Like, man, it's literally about who you voted for. Y'all all sound alike, act alike, just got the same views.
From somewhere. Thank you.
I'm trying to see how are y'all so pressed by MAGA supporters though. They bother y'all that much. At the end of the day, if you ain't learned that people gonna say and do whatever the hell they want to do back then it took for Donald Trump to be elected or selected, and him to have, you know, these diehard MAGA fans, for you to realize that people are gonna say and do whatever the hell they want. Y'all still be believing that y'all still got some sort of control over who people voted for. Y'all wish y'all really did have control over them. That's why y'all wait till they get in these positions to say, oh, not finna help you. Gotta be quicker than that.
So much. I don't care if you're white. I don't care if you're black. I don't care if you're Latina, Asian. Thank you for the people who had enough brains to not vote for this shit. Now, to the people who did vote for this, and they're talking about they regretting their votes and stuff like that, and this is not what they asked for, I tell you with the most passionate way I can say it, shut up, bitch. Shut up.
You really
we
hurt.
Don't want to hear it. Because we have been telling y'all for 10 years.
So who you vote for? Kamala? Did you vote for she was no better, bro. Either way, if she hadn't got into office, she was going to do the same exact thing. She was just going to move a lot more slower than Donald Trump. That's the thing. Y'all think y'all so superior. And by the way, I never voted for anybody. I don't do this voting shit. All right? I leave that to the people that believe in politics, that believe that this is not a stage play to them. I leave that up to those people that don't believe that this is a monopoly game. I leave that up to them. People that really believe that these people are elected and not selected, I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. But I'm just saying, bro. I guarantee you voted for Kamala because you look like the type of person that would say, Kamala is a black woman. What do you mean? I voted for her. I'm gonna support her, and no one's gonna make me feel any wrong. Because if I voted for Donald Trump, you look like you would say that, bro. Who you vote for? Since you believe in this voting stuff, so I guarantee you voted for Kamala. I guarantee. You said letting a black woman run. Oh no, we good. She ain't even black. She ain't black. That woman is a whole nother mixture of ethnicities, okay? She claimed to be black, but she's not. So I'm just saying. People keep on trying to, come at it was diehard Kamala fans too. Come on, man.
About what this man was all about. And y'all still voted for this shit.
Donald Trump is a puppet. Donald Trump was not elected. Donald Trump was selected. He was selected to finish the job, to get the job done. And that's what he's doing. He's helping them get what they, he's helping them to get the job done. It's the fact that y'all really believe that he was elected by the people. No, it was the illusion. It was the illusion. They wanted y'all to believe that they get elected. Whole time they get selected according to their bloodline. Shout out Stephen Darby. He put that info out there long ago. They get, and he pulled up the receipt. They get selected according to their bloodline. They're all related. All of them. And Donald Trump is their puppet. He's being used to finish the job. He was not elected by the people. It was the illusion. They made you think. You cannot believe everything this evil, wicked system does and says and portrays to you. They are wicked. They are evil. Their God is the eye of providence. Okay? And they know that they can get y'all to believe whatever. Just like all these people out here that's geeked up and happy because they food stamps cut on. And the whole time, the government still shut down. Whole time, you're only getting 65% of what you would actually get. So how is that helping you, huh? I'm surprised y'all ain't crash out about that. Y'all just feel satisfied right now. Because the government told you something and they did it in the same breath. That's all that matters. As long as zaddy government don't tell you no. But yeah, how? How do you believe? I mean, of course y'all believe that the man was elected. Of course, because nobody believes that he was selected.
And now this bill is about to be law. The big beautiful bill is going to be law.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it.
Say it
Just
with
by
us,
thinking
y'all.
about it. Meet Base 44.
Selected. For real. Exactly. The story isn't over. I'm sure they will make him look good. Yep.
Your fault.
No, it's not, bro.
You had a hand in this.
No.
So when your auntie and me...
This is their way of causing division, bro. This man was selected. Their way of causing division is to make you believe that if you vote for this person, it's going to say that with your help, with your vote, it got them into office. So your vote actually counts, which actually means that you matter as a person now. because your vote matters. So you believe that you're just this amazing, great, terrific person because you got this amazing, great, so-called terrific person in office who's actually a puppet who is just supposed to help them finish the job, which is the beast system that is brewing up and almost finished at this moment as we speak. And you will FAFO when the government is back up and running. Trust me. Y'all really think that it's going to be all good for everybody once it reopens? Why do you want this evil, wicked government to reopen? Let it sleep and let it go. Just let it go.
Mom and Paw and Auntie and all them folks that depend on Medicaid, when that shit gets ripped from them and they call you telling you, oh, our Medicaid got ripped, I want you to stand there and just don't say nothing.
Wow.
Don't say I'm sorry.
Wow.
Don't say this, that, and third. Because you ask for this, you beg for this.
Oh.
And to the Hispanics, the Latinos and Latinas who voted for this shit.
What? What, man? What? Huh? Tell them.
We don't want to hear it.
Oh, say it.
Because we expected this from white folks. But the fact that you people really voted for
this gives you the opportunity to be racist. Go ahead, spew it out.
Knowing how this man feels about you is ridiculous.
Okay.
This man has been telling y'all for 10.
So I'm sure you voted for Kamala. Now, when she got in office, do you really believe in your mind that she was going to give a damn about you?
Years he don't like y'all. This man literally talked about building a wall to keep y'all race out of here. And somehow y'all still voted for this man. Now your people is getting snatched up off the streets. And some of y'all got the nerve and the audacity to ask where black people at when y'all people are the reason we are in this shit.
All I hear is pride and division in his voice. That's all I hear. Pride and division. That's what he's talking.
The first place, bro. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense. Some of y'all people were responsible, had a hand in all this shit, and y'all looking for black folks to save y'all ass when we've been telling y'all for decades.
Can't speak for every black person, sir.
Don't put this man in office. So I want to say the same.
You feel me? You hear that pride inside of his. I can't believe these many people on this earth literally will sit here and listen to this man talk and clap and cheer and say, yeah, right on, brother. You right about that. Yeah, tell him. Wait a minute. So he just said, if they walk into a hospital, the MAGA Trump supporters, he said if they was to walk into a hospital and say that I guess they no longer have Medicaid, he said, I want y'all to stand there and stare at them. And just stare at them. Don't even say nothing. So you telling me that you want people to join in on the hate with you, the hate that you have, the hate that you're giving because they voted for Trump. Pride before destruction.
Apologies, we don't want to hear it. We don't want.
You don't want to hear it, though. You don't want to hear. Do y'all hear that shit? This is a perfect video for y'all, man, to see what pride looks like. This man probably believes that he's normal right now. He probably believes that nothing is wrong with what he's saying, bro. But the hate that he's spewing out to the world, the hate you give, bro. The hate you give. You said, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear your apologies. So if they came and apologized to you, even though they, don't owe nobody really no apologies unless they really did somebody wrong for real, because all they did was really just vote and call themselves MAGA Trump supporters, just idolizing them, which is even more horrible, They also have some pride, but you put your pride away once you come to the realization, when you come to the realization, when you acknowledge that you did something wrong, that you fucked up, and you come and you apologize to someone or people, and you're saying you don't want to hear that. Are we not living in the end times? You don't want to hear anyone's apologies because of who they voted for. Wow, mister, how dare you?
There and suffer. Because this is what you ask for, and you ask and you shall receive.
Of course, you are the devil. That's something that the devil would say. Ask and you shall receive. What? Your hate?
And see, some of you white folks that sit up here talking about, oh, I regret my vote. No, you're not. You're regretting it because now it's about to affect your way of living now.
Duh. Of course. Like I said, pride before destruction. You know, when you got so much pride, you can only have so much pride till it leads to a path of destruction. So they see the destruction that's in front of them, that's happening, that's ahead of them, and they're trying to get out of that by coming to their senses now. And they're trying to put the pride away. So, of course, yeah, they're going to come out of the shadows and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sure that you have as well when you fucked up before, right?
And now you're going to stand there and take it. You're going to stand there and you're going to take it and you're going to accept it.
Anyway, wow.
Because honestly, I'm going to be so real with you. My fucks to give is on par with y'all fucks to give when y'all decide to put that man back in office. My fucks to give is on par with y'all fucks to give when y'all sat there and embellished and innocent people getting snatched up off the streets like dogs. So therefore, you get what you deserve.
Woo! Say it with me, y'all, in the chat. Pride. Put it in big bold letters. Say pride. This man has what you call pride. That is what you call real pride. And he got it badly. He is literally telling you that he has 0 fucks to give. You fucked around and found out. That's what you get. If you walk into a hospital and basically you say that your Medicaid expired and he knows that you're a Trump supporter, he is not going to help you. And he's going to allow everybody else around him to not help you or assist you either. So you might as well just fucking die. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. He's basically letting you know, you people, you Mexicans, you voted for Trump. And he's literally said that he's going to build a whole wall to keep you out. So you telling me when a person comes to their senses, right? Y'all have so much pride and no compassion whatsoever that you will watch these people fall to their knees in dire need of help. And you'll watch them crump. Y'all, I can't wait to get to this next video after this so I can show y'all, man. I'm telling you. Professional pride.
Introducing the
Crazy.
X-Tool apparel
This is
printer.
crazy.
It's the all-in-one solution for your apparel printing.
I don't feel bad for y'all in the slightest bit. You get what you deserve.
Wow.
What you put into this world, you're going to get back tenfold. And you're going to get this back tenfold in the worst possible way fashion.
Ouch.
And it's what you deserve. I'm an empathetic man. But I have no empathy for people like y'all.
Okay.
Because y'all.
Okay, so did you have empathy when Charlie Kirk got killed in front of the world? Did you have empathy then? You said you're the type of guy with empathy, but you ain't got empathy for, the diehard Trump supporters that had the FAFO. So what about Charlie Kirk? I wonder how you felt about him, you know what happened back in September when he was sitting in front of the whole world pretty much, and his death was caught on camera and the whole entire world saw it, and it looked like something out of a damn horror movie. I wonder how you felt about that.
Already said here, beat the table to put this man in office, and now that he's in office and the handcuffs are off and there's no restraints or restrictions that can keep him from doing whatever he wants, the entire country is going to suffer for it. And it is y'all fault.
So basically, this is what I'm saying, y'all. Look at the bigger picture. Look at something, y'all. I need y'all to pay attention to something now. Do you got your listening ears on? Please listen and hear me out. I need y'all to understand that just like religion is a part of division, the elections is too. When it comes down to these politicians, getting into office, and they need your votes because your votes count. It's the illusion. They want you to believe that your vote counts, but it's just a way for them to divide the people, and they're doing a damn good job at it. See, all they want you to do is point the finger at one another so you won't point the finger at them. But it's really them. They're the ones that's selecting. Hello, the people aren't able to elect. The people don't have that much power. If you're able to see up close and personal that as American citizens, you ain't really got no rights, because guess what? ICE is showing you that. ICE showing you. Yeah, they've been arresting black folks and white folks too. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, sorry guys, at the end of the day, what does that tell you? I mean, y'all still haven't came to y'all senses yet. These people have literally shown that they give zero fucks about you. Your own job has shown you that as well. And the previous jobs that you had in the past, it showed you that as well. You want to know why? Because they are a part of the matrix. They're a part of the system as well. I don't give a damn about you. You're just a number, and they're just trying to replace you. So rather you get fired, rather you quit, put your 2 weeks notice in, you retired, laid off, all of that. Yeah, they may act like, especially retirement parties and stuff, they may act like they give a fuck, but they actually glad that you gone so they can replace your ass. They don't give a damn about you. No, nothing that is a part of this matrix, a part of this system, gives a fuck about the people. They don't care. They just care about how they can feed their fat ass mouths and their families as well, and take care of their families and be billionaires and be rich, and just kick their feet up on an island somewhere while they're watching you suffer and divide amongst one another even more. After they just keep it up. They just keep up with the division, and they make it to where y'all point the fingers at one another and not them. Because they are what? The good guys. And you're the bad guys. It's you. You're the problem. Real talk.
So we want to hear your apologies. Please save them apologies. We don't want to hear none of it. We don't.
How can you speak for everybody?
This is what you wanted. This is what you're going to get. Now I want to talk to the Democrats real quick.
This guy.
Whoever the next president, because most likely is going to be a Democrat. Don't let this get swept under the rug. You cannot let this get swept under the rug. You can't. Because for years we have done this. Every time a Republican fucks shit up, the Democrats are slipped to clean up the mess, and then a Republican president is going to blame the Democrats for all the mess the Republican made.
Bro, your ass is a Democrat, Republican ass person.
We cannot do it this time. What this man is about to do is unprecedented. It should never, ever, even been a possibility. So you need to beat the table every single day of your life. This is on Trump's and MAGA supporters' fault. This is all Trump and MAGA supporters' fault. This is all Trump every day for the rest of your days. To remind the American people that this was all by MAGA supporters and Trump. Why do I say that? Because the best chance we can have of never having to experience this again, the better this country will be. We cannot let this get swept under the rug. You have.
As a child,
This
I was
dude
always so
right here,
outgoing
man.
and was never afraid to share my feelings or express myself.
Remind them, you have to beat the table every day to the table breaks and then beat the broken table, because this is inhumane. The amount of people who are going to suffer because of this is inhumane. And the fact that you bitch ass people really voted for this dumb shit.
He's really mad.
Inhumane, but you know what? Karma got everybody's address.
Nah, we don't believe in karma, bro. See, I believe in the scriptures, and in the scriptures it says, what you reap, you shall sow. And that's what I believe in. I don't believe in karma. I just believe that what you reap, you'll sow. But man, if you got any compassion in your hearts, if there is any compassion that's left there, you would not watch these people suffer. Just because you want to play this game called, that's what you get. That's what you get. Not, even though I'm in a position to help you, not going to. What? You said you just had a newborn baby? The baby is 4 weeks old and the baby needs formula? And I got $50,000 in my pocket right now. Nah, I can't. Who did you vote for? Trump? Nah, I can't help you. Why the baby's screaming and crying to the top of its lungs. And this woman is begging you for help with formula. You'll walk right past her and say, nah, not gonna vote for you, not gonna help you because you voted for Trump. Do y'all see what the world is coming to? Do you see? It's the people. It's not nothing else. It's the people.
It's gonna come for y'all. Because you did this out of spite, you did this out of hatred, and now you're gonna get it back tenfold. Right. And when your people pays the piper for it, or you pay the piper for it, and there's nothing we can do about it now, just know it's your fault. You allowed this shit to happen. You did. And now we are about to pay for this. And the top 1% is going to continue to profit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. He looked like he about, I'll say, between 19 and maybe the oldest is like 22.
Off of us. Because you ignorant, stupid, non-educated motherfuckers really sat up here and let this maniac take over in office. That's why I've said I can't even blame Trump, because he played the game.
So he played the game. Now you can't blame him, but you blame the people. He played the game. This is a game. So the fact that it's a game, why are you not realizing that this whole election thing and the voting thing is a game as well? The fact that you know that it's a game now, why are you taking it so seriously at this point? If it's a game. See, games, we don't take games seriously. It's a game. It's for play. It's not real, right? So if you know that, then why are you so bothered?
Played on y'all stupid ass emotions. He played on y'all race.
And he definitely playing on yours because, bro, you seem very bothered by this whole situation.
He played on y'all ignorance, and now everybody is about to feel it. Everybody's about to feel it. And it is your fault. So save your fucking apologies for somebody who wants to hear it. It's too little, too late.
Well, the people that's gonna want to hear it is actually the people that has compassion in their hearts and that doesn't have pride. So those are the people that's willing to hear their apologies. You can't call yourself an empathetic guy, because when you have empathy, you'll have it all around.
Too little, too late. You had every opportunity to not vote this man in office. You had every opportunity. But your ignorance couldn't allow it. We told you in 2016, can't have the woman in there because of emails. We warned you about the black woman. Oh, she got a weird laugh. Now you're about to suffer. You're about to take the full brunt of this. And when your people suffers on the backhand, I want you to look those people in the eye and don't even apologize and say, this is my fault, because y'all hands are just as much on this as anybody else. And it's all your fucking fault. Talk about I regret my vote. I apologize. Fuck your apology, bitch. Fuck your apology. This wouldn't even have to be a possibility if y'all just did the right thing.
I'm voting for Trump because he's going to implement tariffs and make China pay for them. All right, Google, what are tariffs? Tariffs are a tax on imported goods. The cost is passed on to the consumer. I don't need cheaper products. I just want cheaper gas. The tariffs Trump is threatening Canada with might increase the price of gas. You know what? I don't need cheaper gas either. I'm not voting for Kamala. She's going to start World War III. Trump wants to make Canada the 51st state. And he wants to invade Mexico and Greenland and take back the Panama Canal. You know, a little bloodshed to expand the empire is a worthy sacrifice. I'm voting for Trump for cheaper groceries. I don't care that Trump said that he probably can't lower the price of groceries. I don't want lower price groceries. I just want a better quality of life as a working class citizen. Trump said he was going to dismantle the National Labor Relations Board. Well, I don't need to be in a union anymore. That's fine. I don't need workers' rights. I will probably have to go back onto the Affordable Care Act for my health care, though. Trump said he wanted to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Well, I don't need health care either. That's for libtard sissies.
I hear what you guys are saying about the whole don't shame MAGA back to the far right. Like, all of these people are waking up and we need to welcome them with open arms, because we don't want the left to ostracize them so that they feel like all they have is the right. And then we just repeat the cycles and we push them further and further away.
Okay, so I'm glad that it is people out here that it don't sound like she think like me, but I'm glad that I'm not the only one. It actually is people out here that's saying, man, don't push them over there, on that side. I don't believe in the left and the right and the Republicans and Democrats and the whole voting situation. I don't. But at the same time, though, what? Let's be 100, bro. Let's be 100. Why would you want to watch someone suffer? People are waking up. People are waking up in the worst way. Unfortunately, when they wake up, they got to put their pride to the side and realize, dang, whole time this wasn't a conspiracy. Come on now, let's talk about all the people that believe that all this stuff that's going on was a conspiracy. Why y'all ain't pushing them away? It's all these people that's waking up. Some of y'all that's sitting up here talking about MAGA, y'all probably one of the ones that woke up only because you're starting to see that everything that you thought was a conspiracy actually isn't. So how can you sit there and push somebody away and you the one that just woke up yourself? After you sat there and thought, here we go with the conspiracy theorists. Like, for real.
I hear what you're saying. And it does make sense logically. Like, oh, we should resist the urge to say, I told you so. Oh, we shouldn't shame them for not knowing any better. We need to all come together now because it's not right versus left. It's up versus down and all that kumbaya bullshit. Okay. I get it. I am not one of those people. Because two things can be true at the same time. We can applaud the return of the prodigal son while also holding that ass to the fire. After the
is she on some witchcraft tarot card reading shit now? I swear all these black women do this same thing. They always find a way to talk about some little witchcraft. I don't know what she just said, but it sounded like she said the particles of the sun. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but that just sounds like witchcraft to me. I got to do my research probably, but man, I'm sorry if it's not witchcraft and you mean something else, but man, a lot of these black women out here just use these opportunities to just show how they really practice witchcraft and tarot card readings and psychic and all type of stuff.
The war ended. Northern white people and the government in general didn't stand on business hard enough. And that's why we have MAGA today. Let's be clear about that. All of those fucking Confederates that should have been executed.
Damn.
The day they decided to become traitors against the United States of America, the day they decided to lay down their lives and give their last.
Wait a minute. Now you want to see somebody executed?
Slavery. They all should have been.
Do y'all see how evil and wicked a lot of black people is? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. All you got to do is live in a black community and you will really see how evil and wicked they is. You just seeing what you see on a computer though. You know what I'm saying? On your phones, behind the screens. But I'm telling you, man, a lot of these black folks that we live around, boy, they evil. And they'll show you how evil they are. And they always swear up and down, it's the white man. It's the white man, yep. It's the white man, he did it. Mm-hmm. You fucking Confederate fucks. You deserve to be executed. You heard her? Real talk. She wants your ass executed because you voted for Trump. You said clearing the way for the beast system. Yeah, most of them be like that, unfortunately. She confused. So basically, she was breaking down the fact that there's people out there that think like me and you. We don't feel like people should be people that's waking up to what Trump is doing, although they were diehard MAGA fans and all that, or whatever you call it. You know, she believes that, you know, okay, I get it. Y'all feel like we shouldn't tell them, well, you fucked around and found out. But she said, I'm not like y'all. I think differently. Basically, she's saying that's what they get. This is what they get. Just like all the other black people that said the same exact thing, bro. And then y'all call yourselves good people, kind-hearted people. Come on, man. And then y'all always trying to blame the white man for real, though. You ready to blame the white man, but it's really y'all that's spewing out hatred, too. What the other black dude said, he said, you people, you Mexicans. And he was a black guy. But y'all swear y'all ain't racist, though. There's no way a black person can be racist. I'm telling you, man, we got to deal with racism within our own community from our own people. They're racist. Black people can be racist, and black people, unfortunately, be racist as hell.
And, you know,
This is a Speedy and
crazy,
Monster
man.
2. If you're not familiar with the
I'm gonna
Speedy
be
and
honest
Jam
with
Monster,
you.
let's first talk
Let
about.
me tell y'all how evil and wicked black people can be. All I gotta do is say this right here, and you're gonna feel exactly what I'm saying. Family members. They black, right? And they will watch your ass suffer. Do you not know how many of our family members watched us suffer and didn't even care to help? Sat on their asses, celebrated their Christmas holidays and their Thanksgivings, and they bought everybody gifts, and they're fixing food for one another. And meanwhile, we out here homeless, suffering, begging them for help, and they refuse. All they did was talk shit about us. That's all they did. Watched us suffer. Meanwhile, they don't hear from us in 1 to 2 years, and they asking, how Danny and how Lou doing? Don't worry about it. You knew how we was doing when we asked you for help. But you decided to be one of the other ones that was gonna watch us suffer as well. So at the end of the day, stop blaming a white man when we really do one another wrong as family. When we really do one another wrong in our own communities and stuff. Stop trying to say that it's MAGA. They're the problem. No, we're the fucking problem. That's the real truth. And excuse my French, but I'm just being 100. Black people, y'all know damn well we are the problem. We have these problems with one another in our own communities. We don't even help our own family members. So don't try to point the finger at MAGA. Stop. Get some help.
And let me do it again. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is that?
They all should have got a musket to the face. And because they didn't, because we took it easy on them, because we chose to prioritize their humanity while they ravaged other people's humanity, that Confederate mindset.
Y'all gotta really excuse my damn language, man. I am realizing how I really am cussing. Let me stop. Please, let me stop. You said as a whole culture, it's just sad. We hate each other. We hate each other. We walk past one another and mean mug each other and look each other up and down and look at each other like we just ready to compete immediately. We would literally do exactly what I said that we would do when I said that my husband went to the store and he was one of the only ones that helped that homeless lady out there with a couple with some change that she was begging for, that she was asking for, the help that she needed, and all them rich black folks walking past her. Cause I ain't gonna lie, this community is like a lot of middle class, wealthy black folks. And y'all just walking past this woman. Ain't nobody offer her. I'm not saying that you gotta give her money, but damn, you could have helped her with some food or something. Something. A bag of chips. She's sitting right in front of a grocery store begging for help. This is what we do to each other, and then we turn around and we point the finger at MAGA. We point the finger at the white man. The thing is, if we didn't treat each other so bad, we wouldn't have to point the finger at nobody. If we had compassion in our hearts as black folks, we wouldn't have to point the finger at nobody. If we literally had it to where there was no pride involved, we wouldn't have to point the finger at nobody. But a lot of y'all have very evil, severe, prideful ways, and you think that you're normal because everybody else is the same way as you. But I'm here to tell you today that pride has been normalized. Evil has been normalized. Not helping someone has been normalized already. That's why y'all believe that y'all are normal. That's why you believe that what you are doing is the right thing. To watch someone suffer and crumble and beg and plead and cry for help while you have the ability to help them. She said, why do everybody keep staring? I said, ma'am, people are evil, especially black folks. My wife heard it all. Exactly. I'm hearing the whole exact thing through the phone. I heard her in the background. She said, why do everybody keep staring at me and turning their nose up? Mind you, she wasn't another ethnicity. She was black. In her own community, in front of a grocery store asking for help. And they all walked past her and they stared at her and they turned their noses up. You want to know why? Because they got their damn, their EBT food stamps that came on. So they're about to go into the store and go crazy for the holidays. Or for their household so they can get their kids nothing but junk food. While this woman sits and begs in front of a grocery store, though. I would have at least been like, look, ma'am, I can get you a bag of chips, a juice. Look, I don't have the ability to get you a bag of chips and juice. I got 15 cents in my pocket. Could you just accept that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And people can't even do that. They can't even offer her a little, wisdom, a little conversation. They just walk right past her. I would have gave her some wise words or something. Look, ma'am, I understand that it's hard out here. Please, I wish I could help you, and I can't right now. But I just want to encourage you, and I just want you to keep your head up through it all. And gave her a hug or something. Kind words does go a long way. It does help. Especially if it's genuine. You said, don't blame Trump, blame your heartless souls for giving them away to the Matrix. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Y'all know where y'all hearts are. It lies within the Matrix. You know, this system, aka the Matrix, has created so much division, it don't make no sense. They normalize division. So people don't even realize that we're being divided amongst one another constantly.
That delusional, completely detached from reality, hateful, violent, traitorous, animalistic mindset has been allowed to seep through the annals of American history like the virus that it is. And now what we have today is a large portion of the population that is still fully accepting of sicknesses, sicknesses to humanity, cancerous beliefs that eat away at not only their humanity, not only do these people's beliefs corrode their own soul, they corrupt the soul of others and the collective soul of humanity. Because let's be clear about what the fuck these people have done over centuries. They have weaponized that holy book that they call a Bible.
I just want to let y'all know this. If you are, very open to allowing ex-Trump supporters in your face to be able to help them, being help and being kind, like I said, it goes a long way. And when okay, so can I ask y'all a question? So if you was to see a person on the street, right, that you pass by every single day, and they're a drug addict, and you know they're a drug addict. All they do is drugs and they drink as well, and all they do is sit on the corner in the same spot, right? And you ride past them every day because you say, man, that's messed up. They just keep messing themselves up. And they decide to come to you and they say, look, I'm done doing drugs. I've been clean for 2 months straight. I just need some help. Are you going to help them? Or are you going to say, no, you're a junkie? Just because you've been clean for 2 months, it doesn't mean anything to me. Are you going to help them? Or are you going to just, because see, this is what I'm talking about. When people finally get to the point where they putting their pride away, people are not accepting of that. Do you not know I've been in situations in my life where I had to put my pride away because stop trying to act like y'all perfect. We all had some sort of pride or still have it. So I've been in situations where I had to put my pride away. And guess what? When you do that, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel like there is a burden that's lifted off of you now. You feel lighter now. But it's people like y'all that's not accepting of things like that. It's like y'all want people to remain the same way. Just like how y'all want the system to remain the same. But it's going to change. And when it changes, it's going to change for the worse. And it's going to be an evil, wicked, even more evil, wicked, inhumane system, as you say. You sitting up here talking about MAGA supporters and MAGA Trump fans and whatever the case may be, but what you fail to realize is this system, the government, the matrix, when it reopens, it is going to be like you stepping into a portal. It is going to be like you are walking on eggshells every day of your life. It is going to be a wicked, vile, inhumane system that will treat you exactly like how they see you, a slave. But y'all wasting y'all energy. You feel me? You said it's not Republican or Democrat, it's division from every way that people don't see. It's literally division in every form that you can think of. Everything you could think of, there is division. And then you got some people saying, how do I know that they're not going to vote for the wrong person again? Yo, it is not about voting. It's not. See, the thing is, we're not supposed to watch our enemies fall. We're not supposed to rejoice when our enemies fall. We're not supposed to say, oh, that's what you get. Look, you shouldn't have voted for him. That's what you get. Well, not going to help you. We shouldn't do stuff like that.
And beat people over the heads with it until their brains were bashed in. Like, to be clear, racism is the reason why we don't have universal health care.
And you don't think you're being racist right now? The division is causing you to be racist.
Hatred against women is the reason why we don't have affordable daycare or federally mandated paid maternity, paternity, and...
Hold on, Deme and Sleepy, where y'all go? I thought y'all was here with us.
Leave, or parental leave. To be clear, these people's hateful, divisive, corrosive, cancerous values and belief systems are the reasons why America is severely lacking in all of the tools and resources that make those fucking Europeans, those smelly as no AC having Europeans, have a better quality of life than we do. I don't know why Europeans just caught strays. I'm just mad. And it's okay to be mad, is what I'm trying to say. I fully understand.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
That there are a lot of people in this world that are born into darkness. It's as simple as that. I was born into light. Can't relate.
You was born into... You see what I'm saying, y'all? They think that they're normal. So if you were born into the light, right? If you were born into the light, then why is it that you feel like you won't help these people? And this is what they get. And you look like you standing firm on that one, but you was born in the light.
There are a lot of people in this world. When I say darkness, I mean darkness on all levels. And that doesn't necessarily indicate abuse, because darkness can mean darkness of the intellect, ignorance, darkness of the spirit, spiritual confusion.
You see what I'm saying? She is on some real... This woman is on some witchcraft, tarot card reading stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Must be a different... Her light must be dark. Because it can't be the light, ma'am.
People who are spiritually confused believe that the Christian thing to do is send Mexicans and Guatemalans and other Latinos to Alcatraz, and to bomb Gaza. Because in their spiritual confusion, they believe that they're the good guys in all of this. In their spiritual confusion, they have no media literacy because they can't see straight. And they think that Superman is coming for them now. They think that the movie Superman is coming for them now. I understand how soul deep, how DNA deep this shit goes, and that people don't have a choice what they are born into, but they do have a choice of who they become as an adult. I do not buy into all of that. Oh, well, they were raised this way, so they don't know any better. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. We were all raised in certain ways that we have deep and undone in adulthood. What I'm not about to do, and what I do not encourage you to do, is coddle these. Ooh. I'm trying to figure out a way to say it that doesn't get this video taken down and doesn't come across as bullying the less intelligent among us. Because I'm really, actually not that nice of a person. But I'm trying to be, because the algorithm likes niceness. So let's think about this before I speak. These people, most of them, have dedicated their lives to making the rest of us uncomfortable, to trying to strip away people's rights, to excluding people who look different from them or worship different from them or dress different from them or believe different from them from what they perceive as the light and the love. Their entire belief system is based on exclusion and righteous vengeance, righteous anger, righteous grievance, righteous everything, because they put the name of Jesus in everything. Those blasphemous motherfuckers. Their entire raison d'etre is making people they don't like uncomfortable. They voted for Trump to own the libs. They talk about Trump at family dinner when you've begged them not to make you uncomfortable. What I am not about to do, and what I do not encourage anybody to do, is to spare them the discomfort of their choices or try to save them from the mental and emotional fallout that is the consequences of their actions. Don't take that away from them. That is not yours to take. Their discomfort, this cognitive dissonance that is now starting to send all these people spiraling into, is everything I believed a lie? Yes. Everything you believed is a lie. Yeah, you fucked up big time. You fucked up big time. Do not save them from the discomfort and the earth-shattering ego death that causes. It is not our fucking job to keep coddling white people. That's what I'm trying to say.
But you say that they're racist, though. Do y'all not want unity? I don't think nobody wants unity. Like I said before, the only way that unity can happen in my eyes is if people come to their senses, and when they put their pride away, and when they acknowledge their wrongs, and when they feel like it's time for me to do right and to be right. That's the only time unity comes into play in my eyes. But you don't want unity at all, obviously, evidently.
They don't need to be coddled. They need a kick in the ass.
Damn.
And God damn it, I gotta give it to him. Because for better or for worse, Trump was the only one that was going to be able to give them the kick in the ass they need to make sure that this doesn't happen again. All of this Confederate-rooted hatred, greed, and bigotry and shit, stomp it out. Don't let it happen again.
So some of these MAGA voters,
it'll happen again,
voted for Trump,
and y'all ain't gonna do nothing but complain again. All it take is for a zaddy government to tell you no again. All it take is for some more prices to rise again, and it'll happen again, and it'll keep happening again and again and again, and the division is going to continue again and again and again and again, like it's been since the beginning. That's all their whole motive is to create chaos and division, make you hate one another because they don't give a damn about you, and they can care less if you unite. They already know that you're not once they create division. You know what I'm saying? Their whole motive is for you to point the fingers at one another and not them, because you're the bad guys, not them.
Was released,
so
and that hasn't happened either.
That concludes that video.
They're left with frustration, skyrocketing.
Shout out to her for putting those. I want to give her credit where it's due. Appreciate her for pushing those little clips out there or whatever, giving me something to talk about. So we're gonna go ahead to the next video, and this one right here, man, this should definitely help y'all understand that you got to put the pride away, because what is this? A circus. It literally is a circus. You got people that's paying tickets to go to the Soul Circus and stuff like that. Whole time, once you open up your door and go outside, you're in the circus for free. Once you partake in politics, you are in a real life circus. The name of this next video is called MAGA. I'm sorry.
Yeah, what's going on,
tripping.
family?
And this is by Brother B. Miles again. This one is called The United States is a Circus and a Laughing Stock to the World. Babylon has fallen. Exactly. Babylon has fallen.
The man B. Miles coming to you live once again.
Circus Matrix.
Video from the B. Miles.
This is a systematic circus matrix where there is human-like zombie bots that are inconsistent, inconsiderate, and inconvenient all in one, that are completely, unfortunately, dumbed down, that believes everything that they see and hear, and they go according to the government's command. When the government tells you to do something, you do it. Don't say that you don't, because it happened when COVID happened. They told you to put those damn masks on, and of course you did. They told you who to let inside your house, and you abided by that as well. So you did that.
84 Conscious Channel. I actually want to come to y'all with another video, man, talking about how the United States is a circus and a laughing stock to the world. The reason why I'm coming to y'all with this video, man, because the United States, man, our country is literally one big circus and a laughing stock to the world. You want to know why? Just look at all of the damn foolishness that is going on all in the political world. You have a civil war that is going on in the White House.
You feel me? That's gang them. The system, matrix them, that's gang them. Matrix in them. Systemic matrix.
Like we never seen before. You got this whole entire Democrats and Republicans. We dealing with this whole entire government shutdown. All of a sudden now you got this Muslim guy that has been elected for mayor for New York City. All of a sudden now you got, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got all of these agendas that are being put.
I saw that. I did see that New York City, they have a mayor that's been, you know, put in their office, and he's Muslim and whatnot. You know, this is just the damn stage play. This is a stage play, and I ain't gonna lie to you, y'all gotta wake up to and realize that y'all gotta realize that the people, I just want to say this. I know for a fact it's the illusion, okay? People keep saying all these politicians really are elected. I feel like they just want y'all to believe that you are electing them, and the whole time they're just being selected. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, it's going to make you feel like you really did something. Or it's going to make you feel like you didn't do something. You know what I'm saying? When you vote, they still select who they select. And they try to say, oh, you know, it was this state, you know, this state had the most votes. These states had the most votes and blah, 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 blah. But whole time, if that's the case, then how come some of these elections, y'all been finding out yourselves that it's been rigged? Because, man, ain't none of the stuff adding up. The numbers ain't adding up correctly at all because they're selected. They're selected. And they want you to believe that your vote counts. They do. These people get in office and they just do the job that they've been called to do. America is run on straight business. Mind control. For real.
Pushing our country. You got all of this foolishness that is going on in our country. You have so many people that are crashing out, losing their minds, all because of the programs that are being taken away. You were literally seeing like so much damn foolishness right about now, yo. None of this stuff is real, yo. It's like everything what we are looking at, man, it looks like a movie. It is a total circus, yo. In a laughing stock, yo. Just look at the way how we living. Look at the way how we eat. Look at at how greedy we are. Look at how greedy this country has become. Look at how entitled this country has become. Just look at all of the ways Just look at all of the ways how we move, how we operate, the way we think. I mean, we are overworked, we are underpaid. I mean, taxes are through the roof right about now. Food is through the roof right about now. Gas through the roof. Cost of living is through the damn roof and all that. These people want us to.
They treat you like slaves. They overwork you and they underpay you.
All these long hours and wages not really going up.
Yep.
Come on. This is a laughing stock.
They want y'all to keep their, corporations running. And y'all be caring so much and putting so much faith and hope into y'all jobs to the point where you'll bow down to the CEO of the company. I seen a video on my live stream that I reacted to some live streams ago. And this one chick said that she got laid off by Amazon. She said it's really crazy because I just got done celebrating my 1 year anniversary. Anniversary, ma'am? You are that dedicated to a job that still laid you off and ain't give a damn about you? Crazy work. For real. Y'all care so much about these corporations and stuff like that that don't give two shits about you. They could care less about your personal life. They don't care. They ain't trying to accommodate you in no type of way, bro. They will replace you in a heartbeat. But y'all swear up and down, I gotta be to work, I gotta be at work, gotta be at work. You didn't rush to work for 2 years straight and they still laid your ass off. Ain't that crazy? You don't rush to work and overworked yourself for 15 years straight and they still laid you off. You had a few more years and then you was going to retire, but you got laid off instead. But y'all done sat up there and y'all loved y'all jobs so much. Well, I hope that situation taught you something. Unfortunately, these type of situations will teach you. And if you don't learn, man, I don't know. A lot of people still haven't learned. That's why they be like, well, got laid off, got to look for another job. Got to keep making this bread. And their mental mindset is so chaotic at this point because they really have no self-discipline in the mind. They really going crazy silently, but they not going to say that. All what's on their mind is finding another job so that it can make the corruption within their minds a lot worse. They don't care that much about themselves that they don't even get themselves a break after something like that traumatized you. You can't even sit down. You could at least be like, you know what, let me just chill out, sit down for a little bit. Cause you know what, if it's God's will, he'll let it be. Y'all be rushing into the field. I gotta work. I understand that we gotta pay our bills, but why are you trying to force an employer to hire you? And some of y'all will literally sell yourselves to these employers for real, just to be able to just to be able to get a job and keep the job. When it's situations like this, you done did all that and you still got laid off. This is not teaching you that the system, the matrix them, tricks them, don't give a damn about you. Tricks can care less. Tricks are for kids.
Yo, this is sad, yo. The way how we are as a country right about now, it is ridiculous. The way how the country is moving right about now, it is really, really, really crashing out, yo. And you can really see how the country is crumbling really, really fast at a rapid rate.
Yep.
And what I really gotta tell you, I'm sitting back just watching the daggone circus just literally play itself out.
Yep.
Why? Because it's meant to happen that way.
Exactly.
Way.
That's why it's like, why do y'all really feel like this is just gonna know that the government is gonna reopen and everything's gonna be better? Bro, he signed that big, beautiful, wonderful, sexy bill. That big, beautiful, wonderful, sexy bill he didn't sign off on, and everything is going into effect right before our very eyes. And y'all done forgot about that because, see, they distracted y'all so much, they made y'all enjoy y'all lives. Real talk. What's up? I'm going to just call you Looch. What's up, Looch? You know, so it's like you're sitting up there and it's like everything's going to go back to normal. Everything's going to be the same. And it's not. Because come 2026, I guarantee you, you're going to be wishing that you could be back in 2025 again. 2024, when it was already a path of destruction anyway. Babylon is falling. And y'all don't even see that, you know, the where we're headed to right now, it is going to be mass destruction. Because it is the pride before the fall, and y'all really believe that you got your food stamps or you're getting your food stamps and everything is going to be fine. They want you to feel like that. Trust me. Trump definitely is probably pissed that he was ordered to do that. But he probably knew that because this is all stage play anyway. Y'all know this man loved to retaliate, so of course he got something up his sleeve.
This illusion that we've been living in for quite some time, yo, it is literally have showed itself pretty much, man, to the whole entire world, yo, that it is a laughingstock, yo. And as much as I love being from here, like I said, I'm not with none of that political stuff, Democrat or Republican. But by the way, how I'm looking at it, the way how it's playing out, yo, it's just a damn movie, a circus, yo. Like, it's like none of this stuff just seems real. It's just sad and ridiculous, yo. And by the way how it's looking, this circus needs to come to a damn close. Why? Because it is a damn joke. We all so caught up in all this daggone crap on social media, all this artificial intelligence coming in right about now. Now we got the digital IDs coming in right about now, shutting down the banks. Technology is glitching. I mean, just look at the way how things are rolling out, man. Like everything what we are seeing, man, it's just really unfolding, but it's really beyond ridiculous, man. And like I said, we are laughingstock to the world, yo. The way how, yo, the way and how far this country has fallen, yo, it's literally just a laughingstock, yo. I mean, what King Lo say? He say, you know, when you get it, just laugh. Whole world a joke. When you get it, just laugh. That man was wise beyond his years when he said that one. Because this world is a joke. It's a stage play. It's a circus. And you are front row seats and you still don't even realize it. Front row seats to the circus, free tickets. Look, it's free. And you are able to sit back and watch the circus. And you still don't see. People are still going along with the program. If you want to go along with this damn program, of being a damn laughingstock, and you still want to be a daggone corporate slave, and you want to be a slave to this daggone system and be a part of the circus, be my guest. This circus needs to come to a close, yo, because it's nothing but a daggone bunch of damn foolishness, yo. All of these things in the political world, the entertainment world, all of that religion world, it's a joke, yo. It needs to come to an end. It needs a curtain call. But I had to come to y'all with this video, man. Spread thoughts up on this, shed light up on the situation. Felt the need that y'all had to hear this subject. Keep on liking and subscribing to my channel. Always appreciate the love. Don't forget to hit the bell to get all of my notifications. Like, share, and subscribe. And this your man B-Mouse coming to you live once again.
All right, B-Mouse. We appreciate you, brother, for really spitting straight facts. So now, the next video that we're gonna watch is. This is going to be the last one. Let's see. Where is it at? Okay, here is it. Here it is. So, let me see. I'm trying to see if I should. I got two of them to choose between, and both of them is really good. I think I'm going to do this one right here. Because this is going on right now, and it's very relevant, even though both of them are.
Hey, what's in the box? Oh,
This is going to be by Grace for Purpose. I really like this channel. The name of this video is called Daniel Warned Us. Stay home if you ever see this prophecy happening. So yeah, this is gonna help y'all.
Listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you. I got a friend who told.
Okay, so I want y'all to really pay attention to this one. I'm gonna let this play for. I'm gonna just let this one play. I ain't even gonna pause because I have to get off very soon. So we're gonna let this play for about 15 minutes. It's really 25 minutes long, so yep, let's get it.
The opening line of Daniel chapter 12 says, "At that time, Michael, the archangel who stands guard over your nation, will arise. Then there will be a time of anguish greater than any since nations first came into existence. But at that time, every one of your people whose name is written in the book will be rescued." This is the prophet Daniel warning us of extraordinary end-time events that will affect the entire world like never before. But it's not all doom and gloom, because he also provides wonderful hope for those who are in Christ. Now, in order to understand Daniel 12, you need to go back a couple of chapters to Daniel 10. In Daniel 10, we're told that Daniel was praying and fasting for 3 weeks so that God would speak to him. An angel of God appears to Daniel and says, "Since the first day you began to pray for understanding and to humble yourself before your God, your request has been heard in heaven. I have come in answer to your prayer. But for 21 days, the spirit prince of the kingdom of Persia blocked my way. Then Michael, one of the archangels, came to help me, and I left him there with the spirit prince of the kingdom of Persia." Take note of this. An angelic messenger from God was on his way to give Daniel the answer to his prayers when an evil spirit prince from the kingdom of Persia blocked him. And this spirit prince was so powerful that Michael, one of the archangels of God, had to intervene. Now in Daniel 10 verse 20, the angelic messenger is still speaking to Daniel and says, "And now I must return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I have gone forth, indeed the prince of Greece will come." So here the Bible mentions 2 territorial spirits, 2 principal evil entities that control a particular region. But here's what's amazing. In verse 21, this angel says to Daniel, "But I will tell you what is noted in the scripture of truth. No one upholds me against these, except Michael your prince." The title prince is important because it indicates there is a hierarchy. There are angels, seraphims, cherubims, and then archangels like Michael. And on the opposite scale, there are evil spirits and demons, and then there are principal evil spirits like the prince of Persia, as highlighted earlier. This is important because of that opening verse in Daniel chapter 12. Michael, the archangel who stands guard over your nation, will arise. We're told that even though the earth will see tremendous anguish, God's people will be delivered. Keep this in mind as we dive in further. In Daniel 12, we're told that a time of trouble is coming such as never was since there was a nation. Let's put this into context. Look at all of the different periods in history. A time is coming that's worse than the antediluvian period, which was between the fall of man and the great Genesis flood. A time is coming that's worse than when the Roman Empire ruled and there was widespread Christian persecution. A time is coming that's worse than World War I and II. And the thing about Bible prophecy is, the Word of God lines up with the Word of God. You can have people or prophets living in different eras and in different generations, and when God gives them a word, it lines up. Scripture interprets Scripture. For example, Daniel was not the only one who prophesied of terrible times to come. The prophet Jeremiah said, "Ask and see, can a man bear children? Then why do I see every strong man with his hands on his stomach like a woman in labor? Every face turned deathly pale. How awful that day will be. No other will be like it. It will be a time of trouble for Jacob, but he will be saved out of it." This was in Jeremiah 30, verse 6 to 7. Then in the New Testament, our Lord himself said in Matthew 24, verse 21 to 22, "For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. If those days had not been cut short, no one would survive. But for the sake of the elect, those days will be shortened."
So many stars are in the making at SCAD. Students like you.
And so you see what Daniel said about a time of trouble coming. This prophecy is confirmed repeatedly in the Bible. But having said all of this, you should not be filled with fear because remember, the Bible promises us deliverance as children of God because it says at that time, every one of your people whose name is written in the book will be rescued. Now, Daniel 12 verse 2 says, "Many of those whose bodies lie dead and buried will rise up, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting disgrace. For those who have died, they will wake up to eternal life in heaven with God or eternal hell." Once again, the Bible lets us know that everyone is really in only one of two camps. They are either followers of Christ or followers of the devil. Your name will either be in the book of life or it won't. You're either walking on the broad road or the narrow road. And as Daniel 12 verse 2 points out, those who have been buried will wake up to either everlasting life or everlasting disgrace. This is the picture painted in the Bible. From this, we can understand that there is a resurrection that will occur when the Lord Jesus comes for his church. The Apostle Paul in 1 Thessalonians says, "The dead in Christ rise first." What we aren't sure of is whether this is the same resurrection as that in Daniel 12, or does Daniel 12 refer to another resurrection which will occur at the end of the tribulation? Many Christian commentators debate on this. However, we do know that God will resurrect those who belong to him, and they will rise to everlasting life. Now, in Daniel 12, verse 7, the Bible tells us that the man dressed in linen, who was standing above the river, raised both his hands toward heaven and took a solemn oath by the one who lives forever, saying, "It will go on for a time, times, and half a time. When the shattering of the holy people has finally come to an end, all these things will have happened." The reference to time, times, and a half is widely understood as representing 3.5 years. This phrase is also used in Revelation 12, verse 14. This has led to some biblical scholars interpreting this to mean that Daniel is talking about the Great Tribulation period. Now, in Daniel 12, verse 8, Daniel asks a question that all of us think about. How will all this finally end, my Lord? We all know that in the time leading up to the return of Christ, there will be signs, strange signs in some cases, but clear signs nonetheless. We're told that some of these signs are that lawlessness will abound. There will be famines and great earthquakes. There will be religious deception as false prophets will arise to deceive many. And there will be wars and pestilences. But Daniel asked, "How will all this finally end, my Lord?" Here is what is said in verse 9 and 10. "But he said, 'Go now, Daniel, for what I have said is kept secret and sealed until the time of the end. Many will be purified, cleansed, and refined by these trials. But the wicked will continue in their wickedness, and none of them will understand. Only those who are wise will know what it means.'" Do you see how this theme of separation between light and darkness continues? So far in this chapter, we know that there will be those in the book of life and those not in it. There will be those who rise to everlasting life and others to everlasting disgrace. So we can see there is a clear line drawn, good versus evil, righteous versus unrighteous. This separation between God's people and those who do evil is highlighted over and over again. And we get to verse 10 in Daniel 12 and we're told, "Some people will be purified and cleansed, but the wicked will continue in their wickedness." There is a group of people who will be wicked and evil in the last days. And even throughout the tribulation period and when the wrath of God is being poured out on the earth, they will continue in their wickedness. In the last days, there will be people who are wicked in thought, people who are wicked in actions, and wicked in their hearts. This lines up with what 2 Timothy says about how there will be a shift in society and in the hearts of many people. Timothy said, "Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers.
Y'all heard that? Let me rewind it, because I don't know if y'all really heard what he said, man. He's talking about the last days and how people will be in the last days. Make sure y'all pay attention to this. Keep this in mind. This is how you know we in the end times.
Continue in their wickedness.
Hold on.
There is a group of cleansed.
I like this scripture. I like this scripture.
Verse 10 in Daniel 12, and we're told, is highlighted over.
Daniel, keep this in mind, y'all. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10.
And over again. And we get to verse 10 in Daniel 12, and we're told, some people will be purified and cleansed, but the wicked will continue in their wickedness.
You heard that? Now think about all of those videos that we just watched of those black people showing how much pride they really have. In Daniel chapter 12, verse 10, it says some people will be purified and cleansed. You hear me? But the wicked will continue in their wickedness. And they really believe that they normal, but they're being wicked.
There is a group of people who will be wicked and evil in the last days, and even throughout the tribulation period, and when the wrath of God is being poured out on the earth, they will continue in their wickedness.
Yep.
In the last days, there will be people who are wicked in thought, people who are wicked in actions, and wicked in their hearts. This lines up with what 2 Timothy says about how there will be a shift in society and in the hearts of many people. Timothy said, "Men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers."
Hey, that's exactly what they doing it right now. That's exactly what they doing right now. All of that.
Disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good. And this isn't even the entire list, but you can certainly see that wickedness will grow. The final verses of Daniel chapter 12 say, "And from the time that the daily sacrifice is taken away, and the abomination of desolation is set up, there shall be 1,290 days. Blessed is he who waits, and comes to the 1,335 days. But you, go your way till the end, for you shall rest, and will arise to your inheritance at the end of the days." What is the abomination of desolation? Well, Jesus Christ spoke of this sign of the end of this age and his imminent return, saying, "Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing in the holy place." An abomination is something that is abhorrent and detestable to God and his people. And biblically speaking, desolation involves destroying and desecrating and leaving something in such a horrible condition that an onlooker is left speechless. Now, Daniel's prophecy about the abomination of desolation was thought to have been fulfilled in early history at one point. King Antiochus Epiphanes IV, who ruled Palestine from 175 to 64 BC. Antiochus treated Israel horribly. He treated them so badly that Israel rebelled against him. And when he arrived to suppress the rebellion, his forces went into the temple in Jerusalem, set up an altar for Zeus, and offered pigs as a sacrifice. This act was widely considered to be abominable because it defied the most sacred inner part of the temple, the Holy of Holies. What King Antiochus did was idolatry. However, years later, after King Antiochus, Jesus was warning his disciples of future events that will mark the end of the age. And here, in Matthew chapter 24, he mentions the abomination of desolation as a future event because he then warns people, saying, "Let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let him who is on the housetop not go down to take anything out of his house. And let him who is in the field not go back to get his clothes." Overall, when you read Bible prophecy like that in the book of Daniel, the events to come should not scare you as a child of God. Remember that all whose name is written in the book will be rescued. All who are in Christ have hope. Luke 21 verse 28 says, "Now when these things begin to happen, look up and lift up your heads, because your redemption draws near."
Here are some of the key traits that Jesus taught about concerning God's chosen, who will refuse to take the mark of the beast. Have you ever wondered what true faith will look like in the darkest hour of human history? Jesus spoke plainly about those who will stand firm when the world bows to the beast. He didn't promise them comfort, wealth, or safety. He promised them the grace to endure, and he described certain traits that will mark God's chosen, those who will remain faithful when the pressure to compromise becomes unbearable. By the end, you'll see why most who claim the name of Christ today are not prepared for that kind of faith. Trait number 1.
Wow.
They will obey when God says to flee. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Matthew 24:16. At first, that may sound surprising. Didn't Jesus call his followers to stand firm? Why would he tell them to flee? The answer is simple: obedience. God's chosen won't always fight. Sometimes they'll run because God told them to.
Right.
Throughout Scripture, obedience, not courage, has always been the measure of faith. Think of Lot leaving Sodom. Think of the Israelites walking out of Egypt. Think of the early Christians who fled Jerusalem before its destruction. Each act of obedience looked foolish to the world, yet it was exactly what God required. In the same way, God's chosen in the last days will listen to his voice above the noise of the crowd. They'll not wait for popular opinion or government approval. When God says go, they will go. Their obedience will look strange, even paranoid to a watching world, but they will trust God's wisdom more than human reason. Trait number 2, they will endure to the end. But the one who endures to the end, he will be saved. Matthew 24:13. Jesus did not say the one who starts well will be saved, but the one who endures. True saving faith is not a momentary decision. It's a lifelong perseverance. God's chosen will not abandon their confession under persecution. They will not compromise when they are rejected, starved, or hunted. They will remain faithful because their hope is fixed on Christ, not survival. This endurance is not human strength. It is divine grace. The same Spirit who seals believers will sustain them through suffering. That's why they cannot be controlled by the fear and pressure that controls everyone else. Their loyalty is to Christ alone. Now, here's where Jesus' word confronts the shallow religion of our today. He said, those who endure will be saved. But modern Christianity rarely talks about endurance. Instead, we hear messages about comfort, success, and your best life now.
Exactly.
That's not biblical faith. That's spiritual deception. We are preparing people for ease.
They focus intensely. They thrive on routine.
When Scripture prepares us for endurance, we're teaching comfort when Jesus promised a cross. The Christianity of our generation is soft and easily shaken, the opposite of what God's chosen will need when the pressure comes. So let this be a reality check. The true follower of Christ is not the one who fits in with the world, but the one who stands firm when the world turns against him. The path ahead may be hard, but God's grace is stronger than the darkness. We live in a time when following Christ still costs very little, but Jesus warned that a day is coming when that will change. God's chosen in the last days will face trials the world has never seen. They will be tested in every possible way, physically, economically, socially, and spiritually. They will face physical persecution, imprisonment, torture, and death. They will face economic persecution, an inability to buy or sell without submitting to the mark of the beast. They will face social persecution, rejection, isolation, and abandonment by family and friends. And they will face spiritual persecution, relentless attacks on their faith itself. Through it all, they will endure, not because they are strong in themselves, but because they have something the world cannot understand. A faith grounded in obedience to the truth of God's word. They know what so many Christians have forgotten. Following Jesus has never meant to be easy. Trait number 3. They will not be deceived by false prophets. Take heed that no man deceive you. Matthew 24:4. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Matthew 24:24. Jesus warned that deception would be the defining mark of the end times. The lies will be so persuasive, so convincing, that if it were possible, even God's chosen would be deceived. But here's the key phrase: if it were possible. Jesus makes it clear it's not possible. God's chosen will not be deceived. Why? What makes them different? Because they test everything by the Word of God. They measure every spirit, every message, every miracle against the truth of Scripture. They know their Bible so well that counterfeits cannot fool them. They love truth more than popularity, and they cling to sound doctrine even when it costs them everything. This coming deception will not look obviously false. It will come wrapped in religious language, supernatural power, and emotional appeal. False prophets will perform real signs and wonders, miracles that will captivate the world. But behind it all will be satanic power, not the Spirit of God. And the frightening truth is this: the deception has already begun. All over the world, millions are following teachers who promise blessings without repentance, prosperity without holiness, miracles without obedience. But Jesus never offered that. He promised a cross before a crown, suffering before glory. God's chosen will see through the lies because they know this: if a message contradicts what Jesus said about sin, sacrifice, and the narrow way, it is not from God, no matter how spiritual it appears. Trait number 4. They will not love their lives until death. Whoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. Matthew 16:25. And they loved not their lives unto the death. Revelation 12:11. This is the defining mark of God's chosen. They're not ruled by the fear of death. In a world that worships safety, they worship the Savior. Everything in our modern culture revolves around preserving life at all cost. Health insurance, life insurance, constant monitoring, endless security systems. The world fears nothing more than dying, and that fear will become the greatest weapon of the beast. The coming system will demand worship in exchange for survival. Take the mark and live. Refuse it and die. But God's chosen cannot be controlled by that threat. Okay, guys, unfortunately, I have to stop. I actually went 3 minutes over anyway. So that the name of the video, if y'all want to go and finish watching it, actually, sometimes what I usually do is I post it. I post it to my channel, which I'm actually gonna do now as you hear me typing. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end this. I appreciate y'all for coming out. Appreciate everybody that was present in the live stream. Sleepy, appreciate you. Hubby, I appreciate you as always. You stuck it out for me on this live. You know what I'm saying? Man, pride before destruction, y'all. Pride before destruction. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that y'all was able to really see what having pride looks like. And when you are resistant to another person trying to change or needing help, you got too much pride. People need to put their pride away. Pride before destruction is actually in the Bible. You said great stream.
Queen, salute our folks that pulled up. Sleep. Yep, everybody that pulled up. I appreciate y'all. Deme, you already know. Appreciate you for coming out. Gotta get up out of here, y'all. I got things I got to do. Hey, if you came in late or if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, you're more than welcome to rewind the live stream. Yeah, I appreciate you, Sleepy. I'm glad that I'm able to at least help some people. Make sure y'all get this message out. Share it. Do whatever. Share the videos. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate y'all's support. Sleepy, I definitely appreciate your support, bro, for real. Hey, y'all, stay safe out there. Don't be deceived. Help others. That's what I say. Help people that really need help. I understand it's who they voted for, but do not abuse the fact that you are put in a position to help others, but you would rather watch them suffer because of who they voted for. Please don't do that. You saw what pride looks like today. And those people that got so much pride and that believe that they're normal, they'll see destruction if they don't change. Appreciate everybody for coming out. Like I said, y'all already know what it is. Wake them folks up.